Hey guys, welcome back to this African Perspective. So there's actually a report that a lot of Americans are not paying their bills, and when I'm talking about bills, we know there are different categories of bills. Okay, there are just some that if you don't pay it, it's just going to be very, very visible that you just didn't pay it, and it's either you're going to be homeless when we talk about rent, when we talk about some certain type of bills. You guys know what I mean though. But yeah, so some people are actually not paying a lot of bills because it's just so many struggles and they just don't have enough money. Like it's like a survival of the fittest. We are struggling, the economy is bad, there's just this inflation, recession, everything shan. We just going through it. Okay, so these videos we're going to be checking out are people actually talking about the economy and how many people have actually skipped on paying so many bills, and we're going to be seeing what our bills they are skipping on paying, and then just some rants about how we're struggling financially. Okay, but before we get right into this video, make sure you please click the like button. It really helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and watching me for the very first time. Let's get right into it.
So I just found out that 30% of Americans are not paying their bills. Yeah, you heard that right. 30% of Americans are not paying their bills. Now, if we look at the entire US population, we'll round it up to 350 million. Let's say 350 million. Now, anywhere between 50 and 100 million of those people are not paying bills. They're not old enough to have expenses or be responsible for those expenses. So let's just wipe out, let's say 50 million to make it easy. So 350 down to 300 million. That means if 30% of Americans are not paying their bills, that is a little under 100 million people have just said, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. Not paying my rent. Landlord, kick rocks, fuck off. Car, nah, who cares? Let the dealer eat that one. Who gives a fuck? Nah, it's my car. You're gonna have to take it out of my cold, dead hands is what they're saying. And look, first and foremost, I have to give them all the respect in the world, because if you're telling your creditor to fuck off, you're giving them the middle finger. Shit, you might be giving them two middle fingers and just saying, nah, not getting money this month. Nah, not getting money next month. Maybe 3 months. No, 3 months. That's a little bit too soon. Like, respect to you. Respect to you. That takes a set of cojones. Now, for some of these people, it might just be desperation. They don't have a choice. They don't have another option. This is option A, B, C, D, E combined. This is the only way out. So for them, not as much respect, at least in terms of the cojones part. I understand where you're coming from, though. And I hope that the financial struggles those people are going through get alleviated sooner than later, if at all. I hope they get alleviated, because I hate seeing this. And really, all jokes aside, though, it is disheartening to see that many people just giving up on paying bills. Not because it's a moral thing, like, oh, you should pay your creditors off. No, it's not about that. It's just the fact that they're in a position where they literally can't make another choice, where the only choice is to say, no, you're not getting paid. My heart goes out to people, because I see them every day. I drive them every day. I'm not in great areas when I drive around. I'm not going out to the wealthy areas to pick people up. Very rarely do I. I'm always in the poorer neighborhoods. I'm always at the lowest income bracket, the bottom of the bottom. So I see these people, I talk to these people. They're great human beings. They're wonderful human beings. They're some of the nicest, most caring, empathetic people I've ever met, and they can't pay their bills, and it's fucked. It's fucked. But really what it shows is that the evidence is becoming irrefutable. The only thing that is holding this house of cards together is the stock market price, the fact that unemployment isn't above 4.5% yet, and because the CPI inflation report isn't as high as it was. What is it at? Like 3.1, 3.2, something like that, even though we all know the CPI is a load of shit. Those three numbers are holding the economy together. Those three numbers are holding the whole system together. And I want to hear what you have to say below, because I always tell you, I'm not always right, but I'm always real, and I want to learn from you just as much as I hope you learn from me, or at least gain something from my perspective, even though some people think I'm fucking loony, which I might be. But in any case, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you're experiencing on the ground, because I want to get in touch with the reality of the situation where you're at, so that I can learn and have a better perspective on what's going on.
You seen the video of the person saying, if my checkings account balance goes below 4,000, then there's something up. I'm starting to panic. If you saw the comments, it shows you a lot of people are struggling. Not only that, we're all just trying to figure it out. If you're 18, 25, 30, 35, we're all just trying to figure this shit out. Now, everybody pay attention. Any woman that says to me, oh, I'm not down to go 50-50 for about 2 to 3 years so we can all just stack up, you're an enemy of progress. No, like, listen. The fact that this economy is the worst it's ever been, like, we are in the worst times economically. And you say, nah, you got to go 100 and 0, literally go to fucking hell. Do you know how much it costs to get a single family house in the US? Around $300,000 to $500,000. And you're telling me you're not willing to go 50-50 so we can get an asset? Okay, what I want you to do is go to your nearest Walmart, buy Clorox bleach and drink it.
You can't afford to buy a house, but you likely can't afford rent either. In today's dystopian reality, half of all US renters can't afford housing. Why?
The rent is too damn high.
But I'm making more. Why can't I keep up? Rent hikes have dramatically outpaced income hikes. While rent has gone up 21% over the last 2 decades, income has only gone up 2%. Tack that on to our rising debt, the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle like it's a choice, and the upper class income required for a middle class life, and well, it's no wonder therapy's so popular. And alcoholism.
Quiet quitting, different type of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, maybe that's why. Could be it. Maybe it might not be. We know that the way things have become so expensive, where some are actually contemplating and saying, oh, possibly it could have been, maybe these corporations are deciding to just be so mean and wicked to people simply because of what happened during the pandemic and how there was just great resignation. So many things that I've actually been hearing or paying attention to people and listening. These are things that people are not paying anymore. So a lot of people before used to actually care about paying their medical bills. Like when they go to the hospital, they'd be like, oh my god, they'll be stressed about paying their medical bills and be like, they need to pay it. But now some are just like, I don't care, I'm not gonna pay this, I do not really care about paying it, I am just gonna ignore it and maybe to go away. So there are people who are not even doing that. They're no longer stressing about it. And I think the whole greed is actually forcing people to just start getting creative on stuff. Some of the things that they used to pay for or care about when bills are sent to them, they used to panic and worry about it. Now they're just like, I don't care. Like, you can send it all you want, I'm not gonna pay.
I got so much fucking money from unemployment during COVID, it is not even funny, okay? And then by the time that I got a job and I stopped receiving my unemployment checks, they sent me a letter and they're like, hey girl, like you owe us $15,000. We overpaid you, so you need to send us $15,000. And I was like, oh, well, that's really interesting because I don't have that at all. So what did I do? I threw the letter in the trash and I pretended like I didn't see it. They kept sending me mail and I just kept being like, I don't see it. And then I was like telling myself in my head that if they came to arrest me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I didn't get anything in the mail. Get this, they send me another letter and they're like, hey, we're gonna send like the repo man out and he's gonna like come and take some of your belongings since you're not paying us. And I was like, okay, so it is getting serious. And what I do, I threw that bitch in the trash and I continued on with my day. A few months later, I'm looking at my bank account and I'm like, the fuck? I see like a deposit of like $3,000 and I was like, this, and it was from unemployment. So I went and I logged into my account online. $15,000 was completely wiped from my balance and they sent me $3,000 more. And I was just like, oh. Basically, what I learned is that when bad things like are gonna happen to you, just pretend like you don't know that they're gonna happen to you. Like, just pretend. And everything will be fine. Like, you'll get thousands of dollars.
Are people just okay with the way that the economy is right now? I mean...
No, that is why a lot of Americans are not paying their bills, and that is why 9 million people did not elect to pay their student loans. I think it's just that we're done complaining about it, and we're just going to just stop paying for everything. Health insurance is a scam. Insurance is a scam. Rent is a scam. Food is a scam. Jobs are a scam. Living is a scam. We're over it.
You know, living in America is getting a little hard right now. Like, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, inflation, groceries are so expensive, and, you know, minimum wage is still really low in a lot of states. Student debt is ridiculous. The cost of college just keeps rising. The housing market is trash. The job market is trash. So many people are struggling to get jobs. I mean, it's just getting really hard. Like, we could really use some help. We want to be on TikTok, though.
A few days ago, me and my husband, we live in an apartment community, and our neighbors across the street, we saw the office had like put like a huge paper on their door saying like, you haven't paid rent, this is the amount that you owe and stuff, and like it was hard not to see. And then like 3 days later we saw like a vacate notice, and it was so sad. Today I was just getting out of my car, and we have like decks outside in our apartments, and my neighbor, the one that's getting vacated out, she was just like on the deck crying on the phone. She's like, I don't know where we're gonna live, I don't know what to do because we have debt with housing. And it was just like so sad to me. And then me and my husband, we went to the Dollar Tree today because the Dollar Tree is like, they have some good stuff for cheap. And it was like the saddest thing ever. The people in front of us in line, like checking out at the Dollar Tree, were paying with change, and they didn't even have enough to cover their food in their cart. They were paying with change. Like this is why it bothers me when people, like, I posted a video like a week or two ago about like how cruddy this economy is, and like it's a struggle to like even save up for a home for one. That just is a crazy idea right now. And that's something that like at this age, like me and my husband thought that we were going to be able to like be ready for like here pretty soon, and we're not where we wanted to be anyways. And so I was just like having a moment about it, and we are very fortunate in a lot of ways, because I've been seeing a lot of people around me that struggle way worse than we do, and I just can't imagine it. And so it's a really hard time in this economy, and like there's only so much that you can do. Like people getting kicked out, like I can't tell you how many vacate notices I've been seeing around my apartment complex. And just today at the Dollar Tree, it was just like so sad to see people paying with change, and like this cashier is counting out their change and they didn't have enough for the dollar store. And I guess some people want to look at that and say like, well, maybe you're not, smart with your money. But I honestly think just like a lot of people are struggling, and just rates and inflation are just so bad right now. Like the interest rate to get a house or a car right now is like around 7%. I think it's gone a little bit down. It got up to 8%, which is insane. But it's not all about how you spend your money these days. Like it is an economy problem, like, and it's everywhere. And like I don't really like to get too much into politics on social media because it causes a lot of like fighting and arguing, but like something's got to change. Like our options as candidates for president for this country is embarrassing. Anyways, it's just people are really struggling right now. And the last thing people need right now is people to shame them. Like, I got shamed on my video that I posted for for videos of me I recorded for trying a protein bar, and people were shaming me, saying that I was buying things I didn't need. Like, it's a protein bar and a protein shake, and yeah, I do have a budget where I can get myself something for myself one time a month. Like, it's not that crazy. That is a totally valid thing. Everybody needs some type of self-care in their life, and you just have to budget, and me and my husband do that. Where I'm frustrated is I just don't feel like we're gonna have 20% down on a house ever, like a house that we would want. Because 20% down on a house, even in a 300, 400K, which is very cheap if you find one in Utah for like enough bedrooms if you want to start a family, like the down payment's like $90,000 for 20% down. Or if you don't want to pay that, then you have to pay like $4,000 a month before utilities. Like, it's insane. So I don't know, just be kind.
They're working now and they be like, just take me out of the health insurance stuff, take me out of the insurance, take me out of the 401k. They don't even want to do it anymore. So it's like, because they just need to save as much as they can. Like, they need as much money from their paycheck as they need. Like, they don't want too much money being taken away. And there've also been situations where companies will enroll you into 401k and you do not even know, you have no idea, even when you didn't ask them for it. With all this realistic rants that people are having from their personal experience, and it's just so many videos like this where people are actually sharing what they are dealing with, where a lot of collectively, like so many majority of the numbers we have are saying, hey, like, we're struggling. Then you go and you try to see any information regarding, like, maybe from news, government news and stuff like that, and they're talking about, oh, everything is, you know, okay, everything is fine, the economy isn't that bad. And I'm like, I don't understand who that's supposed to be for, because it's just like you're trying to tell me that I'm lying or I don't know what I'm going through. It's just like I am homeless and you're telling me, hey, you're not homeless, you're doing good. Like, it's like, but I'm homeless, I'm presently the one in this situation, and you're just there, up there, living in a house, and you're telling me that I'm lying, because that's what it sounds like, to be very honest. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. Don't forget to please click the like button, like I said in the beginning, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.